Everyone, I am in the mood for sweating videos today, so I thought I would show you a game I played in the Manchester League Top Division for 3-2 away at Bolton 2. My opponent was called Middleton, and he is an influential name in Greater Manchester chess because he controls like tournaments and does the grading and that, and works really hard, and he's a good man. He's also a good player as well, as we're going to see. I was white and kicked off with d4. He played e6. The idea is that I'm going to play, if I play e4, he'll play d5 and go into a French, which is not good seeing as I'm a d4 player and don't want to face the French. Then after c4, he goes f5, and the idea is that say I went f5 straight away. You have to learn antidotes to a couple of sidelines like the g4 gambit and the e4 gambit. But for this continuation you avoid them. And the idea of Dutch is just to fight over e4, and he's got some good dynamic attacking chances. It's getting more and more popular at top level as well because Simon Williams got a really good win with it. And it's got some good dynamic chances and it's very good at club level. Knight c3. This isn't best because bishop b4 is quite annoying, but he plays knight f6, bishop g5, bishop e7, knight f3, castles, g3. A fianchetto on g2 is best because if black can fianchetto on b7, then it's usually very strong. And also controls e4, d5. So you see black's heading for a stonewall here. Well, a stonewall is when the pawns are on f5, d5, e6 and c6. And basically, although black's playing the rook and bishop behind, he can just plonk a knight in e4, queen on e8 to h5, rook on f6 to h6, and it's quite strong. Bishop takes f6. Bishop g2 is prepared because d takes c4 isn't good in the stone wall. Takes, d takes, e takes, bishop g2, c6. Castles, bishop e6. You see black's light square bishop is very bad as usual, but it can come to f7 and to h5, e3 and knight d7. So if we have a look at this position, black's got the bishop pair, but the light square bishop is very bad and the dark square bishop isn't much better. So black's bishop pair doesn't mean much, and white should probably have a small advantage here, I'd say, and maybe should start a minority attack. However, what white should not do is open the position up for black's bishop pair and isolate the d pawn at the same time, and that is what I do. That is very stupid. I just thought though, looking back, that I'm a bit cramped here. The pawns on f5 and d5 are clamping down in e4 and I haven't really got much space to stay on white. I just got a bit frustrated and decided to open the position up. I should have just gone say b4, and then a4, b5, typical minority attack, try and dent the pawn structure, get open fells for pieces, and white should probably have a small advantage because it's hard for black to attack on the king side with the bishop on g2. Knight d2, starting the bad plan. Bishop e7, f3, knight f6, knight b3, knight d7 and e4. Terrible move. The position is now being opened up for black's bishop pair and my d pawn becomes isolated. And sure enough, black doesn't hesitate and swaps everything off. And now look at the scope of black's bishops compared to move 12 when we last had a big talk. And plus the d pawn's isolated, but that's probably the least of my worries because black's got raking bishops. However, the position isn't too bad for white. It's defendable, but this should be an advantage to black. This knight f6, bringing the knight into the game with tempo. And there, I played the only move really to stay in the game, because if black is allowed to take the bishop on e4, then two bishops are going to rate me to death. And also, black could maybe even give one of the bishops up and take on b3 and double and isolate my pawns, and then my pawn structure is completely fractured. So I play bishop c2. The idea is that if excuse me, if bishop takes b3, then after bishop takes b3, it is check, and therefore I've won the powerful bishop, and the d4 pawn isn't going to drop, and white is probably better here. Black could play bishop f7, rook e1, queen d6, queen d3, and rook e8 to have a good game. But he plays queen d7, preparing maybe a bishop h3, rook e1, rook e8, queen d3, maybe putting some potential pressure on h7, so g6, nullifying any potential pressure, but also loosening the dark squares. But this doesn't matter too much because I haven't got a dark squared bishop and black has, so it's not a weakening move at all. Queen e3, a very bad move. I can get equality here with knight c5, and then black's best is to give the bishop pair up with takes, pawn takes, queen takes, bishop takes, and king f7, and this endgame is equal and probably should be a draw. But queen e3 is a terrible move. Bishop f7. Now the bishop is like uncocked onto the queen. Knight e4, another bad move, because now black could have punished me by knight takes e4, which is because that knight was strong. Bishop takes e4. Or another thing to say is that because I've got the isolated pawn, I need to try and keep pieces on, and there I'm just letting black swap pieces off, because the more pieces that come off, the more weaker this isolated pawn is going to be. And also the worst situation is a pure heavy piece endgame with queen and two rooks, and that's another pair of minor pieces off, so that's bad. And also if queen takes e4, then bishop f6, and white is in serious trouble, he's losing a pawn. Or in fact, he's not losing the pawn, he's actually losing a rook. Bishop takes, and after bishop f6, black has got a very good position. There's a dangerous pin on the e file. The d4 pawn is very weak, and black is definitely better here. But he plays knight d5, which isn't as good because I've got an active knight, and although his knight is active, it's more important to get rid of mine. Queen f2, rook f8. Now there's more potential discoveries. Knight c3. Knight bc5. I don't even know why I didn't use the c5 square in this game, because I'm basically trying to provoke black into getting rid of the e7 bishop. Then bishop e6, queen e2, bishop g4, queen d2, bishop b4. And black's definitely better here, but we was both in time trouble, having a couple of minutes left to make another 3 moves, and in this match we was heavily upgraded. Like Rod's 140 was at last season, which is 26 points higher than me. I'm actually higher than him now, which is surprising, judging by this game. And they were 3.5 half up, so it was a 7-board match, so a draw would give him the win. So he offered me one, and even though it officially lost us the match, I'm not going to win this position. Black's going to win this position. I've got an awful position here. I mean, let me know in the comments box what you think of this position here that I got offered the drawing, but it's just dire. Black's got very active pieces, mine are passive, and black's got open files for the rook, and my king is very loose. Black's king is potentially a bit loose, but my pieces are in no way to exploit that. And by the way, this is a pretty awful game. This a very strategically bad game by me. Basically, I opened up the position for black's bishops, isolated my pawn. I also tried swapping pieces off when I had an isolated pawn. And this isn't the game I'm proud of, but it was a good draw in the end. Got me some ECF points, and it's one to learn from. And I also need to learn an antidote against the Dutch, which I think I've got one now. But anyway, thank you for watching this. I will carry on doing some more of my games that help me get well, all my games from last year, as many as I can. I mean, I've lost the score sheets for a lot of them, and plus there's 68 to go through. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this game. Please leave any comments and thoughts, and subscribe. And thanks very much.